Welcome, fans, to another Junior Women's Hockey League game. It's the Junior Women's Hockey League taking place in Thunderbird Stadium all weekend, Friday through Sunday. It's the middle day, and it's the first game, well, for me, about the fourth game on the schedule. It's going to be the Chicago Young Americans taking on the Pacific Steelers in this matchup. And as we like to do before each game, let's just do a little bit of service to run through each of the rosters. Number 00, we're going to start with the Chicago Young Americans. 00, Alexa Pretkelis. 2, Shea Maloney. Number 4, Gabrielle Montebeau. Number 5, Michaela Elena. 6, Abigail Brush. 7, Emma Katzman. 8, Madison Ondrick. 12, Taylor Munson. 13, Victoria Sukup. 15, Morgan Ondrick. Number 16, Caitlin Schneider. 17, Delani Weiss. 18, Audrey McMahon. 19, Janessa Hernandez. 22, Ann Bloomer. 27, Susanna Newton. 44, Tiana Schmardidza. Number 53 is Haley Klitschko. She's going to be starting in net. Tiana Smartas will be starting in net. Number 87, Sydney Sorkin, starting in D. We'd love to run through the Pacific Steelers roster, and we will once we get a chance. However, we're a little pressed for time here. As we can see, we're just about ready to get going from the first game. Just a small time correction here as we have 13 minutes up on the board. We're going to need 20 here. And again, we're going to get through this Pacific Steelers roster in just a quick second when we get a small breath of time. But we're going to start with the Pacific Steelers because they win the opening faceoff of the game. Kiana Macri is going to dump this one in and ice the puck right away. We'll try and get through this roster to get it out of the way. Alex Allen wears number 2. Mackenzie Brown, number 4. Cameron Wong is 5. Taylor Killip is 6. Kiana Macri, of course, number 7. Number 8, Jesse Sang. Number 9, Taylor Sims. Number 10, Megan Lai. 11, Tamina Kaler. 12, Tiana Lopez. And we'll keep going, starting with number 14 after this quick break in action. But right now, the Chicago Young Americans, after that icing call, are going to start in the offensive zone. But it's going to be taken away right away by number 17, Danica Pasqua. That's poked away from her. Back to the defender, number 25, Lum. Lum gets it ahead for Pasqua. Pasqua getting behind the defender, Sydney Sorkin, and forced into the walls by Sorkin. As the puck does come free, but Pasqua there to help out as well, trying to keep that one alive. Lum will send it back in. But the Chicago Young Americans are going to take control, getting this one down for Sorkin once again. Sorkin trying to cut it up the middle, is unable to. Picked up by number 17, Delani Weiss. Weiss sending it back to Sorkin. Sorkin's going to come up the right wing and dumps this one in, or tries to. It gets off of a Chicago Young Americans player, and it's going to hit Pasqua in the back. She's going to come up, Potomac in the back, pardon me. Amy Potomac sends that one across over to line mate Tiana Lopez. Lopez can't tap that one home. A shot right on, and a great opening save by Tiana Schmardza. Save on Tiana Lopez, and that's actually where we left off with the Pacific Steelers roster. Number 14, Kaya Broussard. 15, Sadie Parton. 16, Amy Potomac. And, of course, Pacific Steelers fans are very familiar with her. 17, Danica Pasqua. 18, Robin Ride. 19, Alicia Perez. 21, Jenna Velge. 25, Bale Lum. 31, Morgan Symington, who is starting in net for the Steelers. And finally, 35, Haley Martins. Though that is the roster for the Pacific Steelers, and we're back to action here, as those same Pacific Steelers are going to pick this one up in neutral ice. It's Potomac streaking into the slot. Potomac is going to lose control of that one. It's a good poke check by Michaela Elena. Frees it up. They back this one up. Number 12, Taylor Munson, ahead to number 7, Katzman. Katzman still with the puck. She's just going to backhand this one deep, so McKenna Elena can give chase along the boards. Elena loses that one. Potomac just going to backhand it across to her defensewoman, Mackenzie Brown. Brown clearing it out into neutral ice. And sent out back into the Pacific Steelers territory. Pasqua's got to be quick about this one. Looks like Brush is the first one to it, but she is taken down on the play. Coming in on that one, number 4, Mackenzie Brown. Crossing into the zone, it is Perez. Perez has the puck taken away from her by Pretkelis. Alexa Pretkelis getting it back for Weiss now. Weiss just bouncing this one off the wall, and a good play by Pacific Steelers player number 9, Taylor Sims, to stop that one up. The Young Americans, however, getting that puck out of the scrum. Pretkelis is going to get it ahead for Ondrick. Ondrick sends it the rest of the way. Up the wall, and another turnover here as Shea Maloney battling here with Pasqua. They're going to get it ahead for Danica Pasqua. Pasqua Loses that one to Sorkin, and Sorkin just sends it right back down after a little bit of action in the neutral zone. It's passed all the way to the left wing, and Pasqua just decides to dump that one in, so her line mates can change just about everybody on a change here. And a turnover in front of the net. Just about getting that one down. Tiana Lopez bobbling that one, but some good stick work by the Chicago Young Americans defensewoman there. Now it's ahead to Ann Bloomer. Bloomer brings it in on the left wing and gives chase. Balaam cuts her off from that one, but pinching in on that one, number 19, Alicia Perez. Again, at number 19, Jessica Hernandez, to keep that play alive. Here's Amy Potomac. She scored the tying goal for the Pacific Steelers last week against Naha White. Still with the puck, trying to work her way into the slot. Backs it up to Allen at the defense. Allen just sends it back to Potomac. Up the wall. Amy Potomac still with it, giving chase, getting a bit of a workout here. Sorkin is going to take her down. Picked up by Wong. Wong down to Lopez. Lopez back up to Allen at the point. Trying to get that one to the front of the net. Potomac looking for a tip. It's eaten up by Sorkin, and she's going to send it ahead for Ann Bloomer. Bloomer is the puck's poked away from her by Allen. It's sent back into the zone. She'll give chase, but Allen sends it against the boards, and actually, and it's sent in. Big save there by Symington. Her first real work of the game. The Chicago Young Americans, after a turnover behind the net, get a scoring opportunity. Still a 0-0 game, about 5 minutes into this one. It's backed up into the Young American zone. Brett Kellis will take this one. A little bit of pressure. She's got to be quick about it. Lopez on the forecheck. Around to Sukup. Back down to number 15, Ondrick. Ondrick brings it into the left wing. Backs it up for the trailer. And it's sent back to Ongoop, but poke check by Mackenzie Brown to free that one up. Brown with the puck now. She's going to bring this one hard up the right wing while our line mates change. Brown keeping this one deep. Brett Kells for the Young Americans takes that one away, and Sims in front of the net snatches on a loose puck. Gets a shot. Save is made by Smartza. Pasqua from the point. That one just wide. Rebound picked up again by the Young Americans. That is Emma Katzman. Forced against the walls. A little bit of help from Brett Kellis. And now a turnover here. Pasqua puts that one towards the net. Big save there. Rebound also towards the net. 2 saves for number 44, Tiana Smardija. Against the half boards now. A loose puck is going to be picked up by the Chicago Young Americans. Number 5, McKenna Elena, with a little bit of space to work with. Trying to cut into the slot, running it into the defender. And Ly's just going to clear the zone. Booking that one ahead is Pasqua. She goes for a change. Chicago again takes over. Weiss trying to get that one ahead for Maloney. Just out of Maloney's reach. Going to bounce this one off the wall. Weiss just sends it off the wall again for Ondrick. Pasqua back on, picks the pocket. She's got a woman in front, can't get the pass off. As the Chicago Young Americans defensewoman, Sydney Sorkin, blocking that pass and then putting Pasqua into the boards, negating that scoring opportunity. Good opportunity there by Abigail Brush of the Young Americans to chip it all the way down. Finds its way to number 31, Morgan Symington, and she will cover for a quick face-off. 13:35 to go in the first period. The Pacific Steelers 4 shots on goal early in this one. Testing Smardija quickly, or early in this one, I should say. Potomac wins the draw, and a centering pass in front. Number 6, Abigail Brush, trying to spring a forward in the slot area, but again, just out of the reach. And in the corner boards, the Pacific Steelers going to try and fish this one out. It gets back to the point. Delaney Weiss over to Sorkin. Sorkin with a shot just high and wide. Rebound picked up by Lopez. Lopez losing that one, but Amy Potomac is going to pick it up and go the rest of the way with it up the right wing. Tries to put it deep. Puts the brakes on. Deeks around another woman. Gets it to the front of the net. Lopez with a shot. What a pass there by Potomac, and what a play by number 11, Tamina Kaler. Kaler with the shot, but again, Smardija up to the challenge. The Pacific Steel, no score in this game, but the Steelers are testing the Young Americans goaltender early and often in this one. Off the face-off, Broussard off the wall. She's forced into the boards there. There to help out is Perez. Broussard pokes that behind the net. She's going to be cut off by Hernandez. Hernandez can't get it out of the zone, however. Bay Lum keeps it in. Eaten up behind the net by number 12, Taylor Munson. Munson back to Sukup. Victoria Sukup trying to get that one across the line, and it's tipped past the Steelers line and back in. Looks like a quick offside. Face-off coming in the neutral zone. These two teams only separated by 6 points in the overall standings. Both teams, again, in the major junior division in the Junior Women's Hockey League. The Chicago Young Americans going to send this one up the wall. Hernandez trying to get it ahead for Audrey McMahon. Again, just out of her reach. Bay Lum, one tap to Velji. Velji gets it ahead for Danica Pasco. Pasco brings it in. She's got a big shot there, big save. Rebound, scores! Getting her own rebound is Danica Pasco. 1-0 is the score. First goal of the game. Danica Pasqua working hard on that one. Fishing out her own rebound. And scoring looks like about 7 minutes and 58 seconds into the first period. Pasqua adds the first goal. A little bit of contention here as they are just waiting for the goal to get put up on the scoreboard. So again, Danica Pasqua, some hard work on that one. Smardija doing well on the initial rebound. Kicked it out to a defensewoman, thought she was going to get the rebound cleared out, but unfortunately it was Fernandez. Pasqua will send that one in. And we have a little bit of a score clock malfunction here as the entire score clock has gone dark here. Small issue with making sure that the goal went up. Appears to be a power issue, but 1-0 is your current score as Pasqua's goal will stand. And a little bit of an extended timeout here for the Chicago Young Americans as well. A wise hockey coach once said, one of the most important shifts in the game is the one immediately after the other team scores on you. How do you respond? We're going to find out how the Chicago Young Americans plan on responding on this one. We're also going to find out if the Pacific Steelers can keep up their pressure, as the score clock now appears to be completely in order. They got everything up there. 1 goal for the Steelers, 12:01 left to go in the first period. Shots currently 6-1 for Pacific. The Chicago Young Americans are going to have to up their shot count. It's early. It is still early in this game, but if they're going to want to have a chance at tying this one, that shot clock needs to get a little higher. And it could coming up because Ondrick from the Young Americans is going to bring this one in. Centers that pass. Does not find a woman in front. Potomac will bring this one up the right wing. Amy Potomac trying to get around her defensewoman, and just about as she's forced wide by Alexa Pretkelis. Good position there. Now Potomac getting tangled up with the referee, giving the Young Americans a chance to clear it out to neutral ice. Ondrick steals that one across to Elena. Elena is just going to send this one in, allowing her line mates a chance to change. The other number 5, Cameron Wong, is going to backhand this one across for Kiana Macri. Macri dishes this one ahead for Lai. Lai sends it in to give the Steelers a chance to change. Brush up the wing. Abigail Brush sending that one in. Parking herself near the front of the net. There's a quick shot. Scores! Shea Maloney alone in front of the net. Not sure how the puck ended up on her stick, but she made no mistake with that. 1-1 is your score. Shea Maloney is making me feel bad about talking about that shot clock because that's only the second shot of the game for the Chicago Young Americans. You know, maybe they don't need to get that shot clock up. About halfway through the first period here, 10:55 to go. And again, it's Maloney adding this one. Puck sent in deep to the Young Americans territory. Or 12 Munson just going to send this one, and it looks like it's going to be an ice. As it is waved off, this will be an icing call. We'll get a face-off in the Young Americans territory. 1-1 is your score, all knotted up. Danica Pasqua scoring for the Pacific Steelers. And Shea Maloney for the Young Americans. Face-off will be to the left of Tiana Smardija, and a shot right on, getting through all the traffic. Kea Brassard with the shot, Smardija with the glove save. Making it look easy. Certainly wasn't. And the Young Americans are going to try and go back to work. They're going to be unable to as Lopez fishes that one out of the draw. It's taken away from her by number 18, Audrey McMahon. McMahon loses that one in center ice and is back up to Sorkin. Sorkin from the red line and in, and they will give chase. Cameron Wong collects that for the Steelers, trying to back this one up. Stolen by Bloomer. Bloomer wrapping this one around the boards there to give chase for the Young Americans. Looks like Bunsen in on the boards. Hernandez also there to help out. It's fished out. Matchy ahead, trying to get that one for Lopez. It's in the skates of Lopez, and it deflects up and into the Steelers' bench and back out. That's out of bounds. We will get a quick face-off. The Steelers only adding one shot since that last goal. Actually, that's a good way to play back into what we were talking about earlier with the Chicago Young Americans. One of the more important shifts is how you respond after a goal, and boy, did they respond. Looks like the Young Americans center, Morgan Ondrick, is going to get waved out of the draw here, replaced by McKenna Elena. Replaced by Emma Katzman. Katzman's going to lose this draw as Potomac gets it across for Velji. Velji losing that one, however, and Delaney Weiss gets it out to center ice. Velji picks it back up. Delaney Weiss picks it back up. She gets it out to neutral ice. It is centered by the Young Americans. Back to Potomac. She decides to pivot back. 9.5 minutes to go in the first. And she enters on the left wing. Amy Potomac trying to cut around the net, looking for a woman in front. Potomac getting it all the way back to the point. Brown over to Allen. Allen just this one in. Ondrick picks it up with a screen for Brett Kellis. Brett Kellis getting it ahead for Elena. Elena trying to get it across for Ondrick once again. Ondrick getting it back for Elena. Elena can't grab the pass. This is going to be cleared out of the zone by the Pacific Steelers. Lonnie Weiss getting it back again. Elena wraps this one in. And in the Pacific Steelers zone, it's going to be turned over. The Chicago Young Americans player, number 6, Abigail Brush, can't get around Cameron Wong. Wong taking away a scoring opportunity there. Alex Allen trying to get it ahead for Megan Lai. Lai's unable to touch that one up, and Sorkin collects for the Young Americans. Pass right at the middle for Ondrick. That one's poked away from a player by Alicia Perez. But the Young Americans still able to get that one deep into the Steelers territory. There's Maloney. Shea Maloney, the goal scorer. He's going to be forced against the wall here. Lopez in on that one, as is Wong. And the referee appeared to lose sight of the puck there, so we will get a quick face-off. 8 minutes and 10 seconds. It's the Chicago Young Americans goaltender, Tiana Smardija, warming up to her left. There hasn't been a shot in about 2 minutes now. Face-off dropped. Sorkin from the face-off. She tries to get that one on net, just wide in the open corner. Maloney can't get it back to the point. Steelers will get it out of their own zone. It's tapped right back in. Young Americans offside. They can't touch that one up. Played now by Allen. Allen gets it in. Sorkin for the Young Americans steals. Off the wall, back to Sorkin, trying to work out some of these forwards here. This Pasqua giving chase on the forecheck. Now it's played for McMahon. McMahon losing that one to Matchy. Matchy's just going to send this one in, and it's deflected by Pasqua from the red line. No icing there. Young Americans get it up the wall. There's Brush. Cross to Munson. Munson trying to get it back for Brush. And at the top of the formation, McMahon getting it ahead for Bloomer, and Bloomer can't tap that one down as Bay Alum's going to cut her off playing the body. Across for Hashi. Matry, pardon me. Matry up to Killip. Killip losing that one, and Hernandez with a good bow check just to free it up. Amy Potomac will try and get this one up the left wing. Gets around two defenders, puts the brakes on. A nice toe drag by Potomac in front of the net. Save made somehow, some way. Deanna Smardija stayed with the play. Some extremely fancy stick work out of number 16, Amy Potomac. The toe drag, the deke, and a great shot as well. Smardija up to task. She'll hang on for a freeze. We have 6 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the first period. That was the first shot that we've seen in a little while here. Young Americans player waved out of the face-off dot. Bloomer steps in to take it. The Steelers control on the wall for a little while as Brett Kellis with a body check frees that puck up. Hernandez up the wing, centers it. It's Bloomer. Bloomer trying to come in. Back to Hernandez. Her shot just wide. Rebound eaten up by the Steelers. They center. That's taken away, though. The Young Americans, number 17, Delaney Weiss, sends it right back in. The Steelers trying to get out of their own zone. They cross the crease to Velji. Velji, red line and in to allow her players the opportunity to change. Alexa Pritkelis, bitter room to work with, bounces it off the wall. This one's picked up by Allen. Alex Allen brings it in on the left point, puts the brakes on, and sends it around. Lopez can't get there first. Tap down to Brett Kellis. The Young Americans will break out on their own. Bloomer taken down, tripped on the play. Brassard getting it across for Potomac. Potomac trying to return the favor out of the reach of Brassard. Against the wall. That's Emma Katzman of the Young Americans pushing her player down with the puck getting down to Potomac. Potomac across to Allen. Allen tries to take a shot. And it's save made. Rebound. Lopez trying to get it on there. Two saves made by Smardija. And she's able to play the position there. Allen with a seeing eye shot from the left point there. Didn't think that was going to get through, but again, Deanna Smardija obviously thought it was going to get through, getting in front of it. .5:38 to go in the first period. And now a Steelers player getting waved out of the dot. This went to the right of Smardija. The Young Americans will collect the puck ahead for Brush. Brush tips to Andra. Andra just tips into the zone. She's got a step on the defenseman. Matchy getting it back to Maloney. Maloney trying to get it back to her defensewoman, unable to hang on there. As they get it up to center ice, Brush will bring it right back in. Centering pass to Maloney. Does not find the tape. Maloney off the wall to herself. Trying to cut into the slot across to Sorkin. Sorkin playing in deep. Maloney at the point. It's back to Maloney. Maloney back to Sorkin. That one's intercepted by Matchy. Tapping this one ahead for Alicia Perez. Perez getting her pocket picked. It's thrown into the zone by Matchy. The Young Americans will regroup. Maloney. Red line and in. She's going to change up here. Cameron Wong giving chase. Also giving chase on that one is Abigail Brush on a little bit of a pressure situation. Wong to Killip. It's going to get back to Killip here on the left boards. And the Young Americans control at the point. Bloomer walking the blue line, trying to get her around Kaler. Sending this one deep to Hernandez. Hernandez stops this one up. Alum puts her into the wall. The scrum ensues. Everyone tries to get that one out. Bay Alum eventually will. 4:15 to go in the first. Lum tries to bounce that off for Killip. Turned over. The Young Americans try another with a quick series of passes. That's intercepted. Leaving us with the Pacific Steelers taking this one in their own zone. And Cameron Wong is going to lose that one. Killip coming out to help out. Also in to assist on that play is Perez. Delaney Weiss, though, will take that one down. Bloomer, a little bit of space to work with. Hernandez in front. That one hits her in the head. Rebound. Hernandez with a shot. And Bloomer, you want to talk about a seeing eye shot. That one coming up and hitting Symington right in the head. The rebound in great position for that rebound was Jessica Hernandez. But a good save made by the Pacific Steelers goaltender. Center around behind the net, controlled by the Young Americans. A center, backhander, can't get to the front of the net. Rebound! Also can't get to the front of the net. Oh, they out. And a low shot is saved. It's number 15, Morgan Ondrick, who had the best opportunity there. Morgan Symington sprawling out. It's snowing here in British Columbia. Symington doing a bit of a snow angel out there. And it's enough to keep it out. Enough to keep it at a 1-1 game. 3:30 to go in the first period. Puck's in the Pacific Steelers zone, and the Young Americans trying to get it out of a scrum. Get it back in front of the net. Ondrick unable to. Matchy, pardon me, picks this one up. She sends this one ahead for Pasqua. Pasqua trying to get her around Delani Weiss. Weiss with a good play on that one. However, now a little bit of confusion behind the Young Americans' net. It leads to a goal! Number 12, Tiana Lopez, taking advantage of a turnover. Just a backhander, just trying to get anything on net, and it works. Tiana Smardija has seen quite a bit of work in this first period, but she's going to want that one back. 2-1 is your score with 3 minutes to go. I'm noticing a theme as, again, the scoreboard has kind of glitched out on us here. We don't want to be critical. We're going to work with the equipment that we do have. But fan at home, be aware. These goal calls might get a little longer. 3 minutes to go in the first period. And again, it's Tiana Lopez. What an opportunity for her as well. Definitely turning nothing into something on that turnover and that backhander. That scoreboard issue actually a pretty good situation for the Chicago Young Americans as they get a pseudo timeout here. Smardija getting a little bit of advice from the corner, and now they're going to bring this one back up. Lopez with a shot. Just slaps this one towards the net. It's wide. It'll be picked up by Potomac on the wall. Pardon me, that's not Potomac. That's Brassard. She tries to get it back to the point. Back to Allen. Allen sending this one across the wall and deep. Maloney is going to cut that one off and gets it out to Brush. Brush back to Sorkin. Sorkin off the wall, and it's going to be cleared out. Lopez is just going to send that one right back in as the Steelers change. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first period. Young Americans, Delani Weiss, again off the wall, and again intercepted by a Steelers player as Wong's going to send this one in. Both the defensewomen change for the Steelers. Speaking of defensewomen, Sorkin getting this one back for Munson. Munson trying to return the favor over to Sorkin. It ends up on Brush's skate. Sorkin pokes that one away. A little bit of crazy stick work there as the Steelers player losing their puck. Maloney ending up with it, trying to get it away from her goaltender. Some good pressure here by the Pacific Steelers just to keep this one in the zone. Almost another interception here, but now there's going to be a breakout. Ondrick with it on the left wing, putting on the brace, trying to cut to the front of the net. Good play by the defensewoman there. Ondrick still has it in the zone, though she sends that one deep. Centering pass, looking for Hernandez. Unable to get her at the top of the point. Delani Weiss won't be able to keep that one in. It's forced out by Ray. Pardon me, is Bloomer with a turnover here in the slot. That shot is just wide. Rebound picked up by Matchy. Matchy sends that one towards the middle. Hernandez is going to intercept it. Taps it down. Tries to tap it down for Weiss. And some good work there by Kaler. Good forecheck there. It's making the Young Americans a little nervous. Hernandez bounces this one off the wall to Victoria Sukup. Sukup getting it back for Hernandez. Hernandez centers through a couple of sticks. Bloomer can't hold on. Cameron Wong tips that one away. It is tipped back into the Steelers' zone. And Alex Allen blowing a tire on that one. Going down. But it will be picked up here by Pasqua up the right wing. She's got Killebreak into the front of the net. Pasqua, a tip there by number 13, Victoria Sukup. Now it's in front of the net, but it's picked up by the Young Americans. They're going to get this one out of their own zone. Bloomer with a good move there. Loses the puck, but she picks it right back up. Enters on the left wing. Only 13 seconds left to go. Cameron Wong's going to try and get it out of her own zone. The Young Americans with 8 seconds to work with are not going to be able to get a shot off. Almost a penalty there. Fortunate time there for the Pacific Steelers. Speaking of the Pacific Steelers, Alex Allen will just pass that one down to end the period. But near the end of that period, a little bit of an interesting play there as the Steelers passing that one towards the Chicago Young Americans bench. And if that had touched one of the players there, that would have been too many players on the ice. But it didn't happen, so we'll just let it go. The important thing is 2-1 is your score. The Pacific Steelers scoring the first one. Number 17, Danica Pasco with the opening marker of the game. Shea Maloney did not take her long at all to answer for the Chicago Young Americans. However, Tiana Lopez, keep this in mind, all the young hockey players that are listening there. If you put the puck towards the net, good things are bound to happen. Just ask Lopez. I'm sure she'll be able to tell you about that. We're going to take a quick break here from the broadcast. We'll be back with the second period of play from Douglas Mitchell Arena. And again, the score 2-1 Steelers over the Young Americans. Welcome back to Thunderbird Stadium Junior Women's Hockey League action. The Pacific Steelers taking on the Chicago Young Americans, and the Steelers jumping out to a 2-1 lead thanks to Tiana Lopez. And a quick backhander. And now we begin the second period here. The Chicago Young Americans are going to win this faceoff, and they're going to try and get that one back. Tiana Kaler, however, punches that one back in. And losing track of that one is Sydney Sorkin. Sorkin losing that one, and that's going to give Kaler an opportunity to pick it up off the boards. Kaler spins away from her woman, but Sorkin, puck is poked towards her by Pasqua. Fortunate opportunity there for Pasqua. But the Steelers, just as it looks like they are going to get this one taken away from him, able to establish possession once again. Caleb sends that one in front of the net, and Tiana Smardija, close enough to her, she decides she's just going to hang on to that. Again, 2-1 is your score. Tiana Smardija, it's a 2-1 game, has seen quite a bit of work here as the Steelers getting 12 shots off in the first period. 10 saves, of course, for Smardija. Amy Potomac will take this face-off against Morgan Ondrick. Ondrick is going to win this one, and she wraps it around the boards to Emma Katzman. Katzman gets the puck taken away from her, and a centering pass, unable to find Lopez. Off the wall, it's Potomac. She gets brushed off the puck, and it's sent out into neutral ice. Mackenzie Elena trying to clean that one up. It's sent right back in by the Steelers. Backhander across to the defensewoman, Delaney Weiss. Weiss is going to send this one ahead for Ondrick. Ondrick cutting into the slot, backhander right on, and it's steered wide by Morgan Symington. The Pacific Steelers take control of this one right away in their own zone. Alex Allen is going to set it out to the point, but not before Mackenzie Elena stops it up and sent back in by Katzman. Not for long, however. In the ankles of Bayalom, she just gets it into the Young American zone. Picked up by Taylor Munson. Munson ahead for Maloney. Maloney, the goal scorer, she got poke checked there, and Elena trying to poke it towards the front of the net. Towards the front of the net, but wide. In the right corner here, a little bit of a puck battle that the Steelers are going to end up winning. They bounce this one off the wall. Maloney can't keep it in. Weiss can, however. Weiss sends it in deep again for the Young Americans. Alex Allen collects, gets it ahead, trying to find Pasqua. That one picked up by Alexa Pretkelis. Pretkelis tries to send that one back into the Steelers' territory. Doesn't get it past the blue line. This one will get past the blue line. Maloney trying to bully her way into the zone. It's taken away from her. Maloney again. Some good work there, knocking down Velgi. A loose puck is picked up by Ondrick. No one can seem to find it there. Perez, it's in her skates. Finally taken out from Perez. Must have been a confusing couple of seconds for her. Pretkelis back to Weiss. Both teams will change. Weiss up the left wing, Delaney Weiss just punches this one off the backboards here. Kept alive, Ondrick, centering pass, looking for McMahon. Pretkelis keeps this one in the zone, puts it right on, and a tip from Allen. Keeps this one wide, another tip. Looks like Ondrick with their shot, but two saves from Symington as she loses her stick. It's an opportunity to pick it back up as number 16, as Perez, brings this one in. That's Potomac wrapping that one around the boards, looking for Parton. Parton sending that one back around. Hernandez coming together with Parton to negate that play. Getting it up ahead for Bloomer. Bloomer getting that puck around Potomac, but she cannot get it around Mackenzie Brown. Brown with a good play there. But Bloomer's not giving up, is trying to get this puck back on her own stick. Lynn playing it down to Pasqua. Pasqua clearing it all the way out. And Kiana Macri getting that one up to center ice, sends it in. Quick change on the fly for the Steelers as they get a new group of forwards out. Weiss to Bloomer. Bloomer up the left wing. Centers this one. Hernandez tries to give chase. She can't. She's cut off by Brown. Sydney Sorkin ends up with that puck, just sends it into the Steelers' territory. Not quite enough for icing as Potomac has to collect. She gets it back for Kaler. Kaler ahead for Brush. Brush with a shot. This one's wide. Looks like it's tipped wide. Picked up by number 7, Katzman. Katzman Back across here, picked up by Kaler. Kaler backs this one up for Wong. Wong ahead for Kaler. Kaler's going to enter in on the right wing. It's a 2-on-1. Kaler with a move and a shot. Good save there. But the young Americans goaltender, Smartija. Tiana Smartija getting in front of that Tiana Kaler-Deke there. The puck finds its way all the way down to Morgan Symington. She's going to hang on. We're going to get a face-off in the Steelers zone. 2-1 is your score. And the young Americans, maybe they heard me about that shot clock comment because they are really ramping up the shots now. 14-11 is the current shot total. A little bit more discussion here with the score clock, as again, this faceoff is going to take place to the right of Morgan Symington. It's going to be Ondrik for the young Americans facing off, it looks like, against Kaler. Or at least it was, as Ondrik is forced out of the dot. Faceoff is won by Katzman, but Ondrik behind the plate cannot control that one as Caleb Broussard sends it in deep for the Steelers. And that one's tapped up here. Looks like it's offside on the Steelers. We're going to get this one all the way back. Pardon me, it's an icing call. As the Steelers trying to get that one in deep. Nobody tapping that one before getting to the red line. So we will get a face-off in the Pacific Zone. Perez wins this one. Hands it down to Kaler. Kaler across for Brown. Back across now for Parton. Sadie Parton just sends this one deep past the red line. Weiss off the boards. Ondrik there to help out. And Pasqua off the boards will control for the Steelers. She sends it in deep for Perez to give chase. Back to Pasqua. Fishing it out by Brown. The young Americans. Ondrik gets this one out of her own zone, playing it ahead for Emma Katzman. Katzman putting on the brakes. And a quick tip by Ondrik allows the young Americans to change as the Steelers want to try and catch them sleeping here. Getting it up the middle. And there we go. Sims on the shot. And a big save there again by Smartija. Coming off the bench. Number 6, Taylor Killup, splitting the defense and bearing down on Smartija, but Smartija with the save. 13 saves in this game for Tiana Smartija. Still early in this one. From the point, this one's let go by Wong, but it's not going to get to the front of the net, tipped wide. Off the half boards. This one gets to the front of the net. Smartija has it in her glove, and now it's a loose puck. In front of the net somehow. Kicked out. Smartija able to get in front of that one. Good pressure by the Pacific Steelers to get that one on net. They're going to try and keep it up here. Maloney, however, takes that one away. Back it's to her defensewoman, Sorkin. Sorkin with a move. Getting it up to the point, but it's taken away by the Steelers here. Put on net. Smartija with the save. Rebound. It's loose in the crease. The young Americans get this one out of their own zone. More furious action here and some good chance by Smartija. And now Ondrik's going to bring this one all the way up. Madison Ondrik, having enough of all the pressure that the Steelers are putting on her team, decides to take it all the way back. Save made by Morgan Symington, and we'll get another face-off in the Steelers zone. 2-1 is your score. 13:26 to go in the second period. Maloney with a face-off. Ondrik with a shot off the face-off. This one tipped wide. Brett Kellis keeps it in the zone for the young Americans. There's Ondrik on the board. Tries to get it around. Captain Amy Potomac of the Steelers takes that one away. And it's played ahead for Danica Pasqua. Goes through her legs, and she's unable to make the play. Ondrik for the young Americans in her own zone. Has that taken away from her. Potomac with it at the right point. Tips this one in, looking for a shot from Pasqua. Unable to get it. Alex Allen pinching in on this one, trying to get around the referee. Does. Still with the puck. Allen puts on the brakes. She's got Lynn with her. She's taken down on the play by Delaney Weiss. Allen and Weiss still going at it. Now Maloney able to get that up to the blue line. Not quite out. Backs it up to Ondrik. Ondrik across for Pet Callis. Off the wall. She will get it out. I think a long Long stretch of time in the Chicago Young American zone. Now it's all the way down to the Pacific Steelers territory. Some very tired Chicago players able to change now. However, Lai is going to try and catch him napping here. Can't get the pass across to Potomac all the way up to the point. That's tipped out by Hernandez. Hernandez gets it into Bloomer. Now Bloomer could have an angle here. Bloomer with a shot. Blocker save made by Symington. Rebound picked up in the right corner boards. The Young Americans tip this one in. Bloomer again giving chase. She's forced off the puck, forced down. Puck is still in her feet as they're up against the half boards here, and the referee losing sight of that one, deciding we're going to go for a quick face-off. 11:48 in the second period. This has been a real back-and-forth game here. Each team trading chances here. Each team's goaltender up to the task. The right is Symington from the point. It's kicked in by Silkup. Silkup behind the net to Bloomer. Bloomer forced into the boards, trying to get that one to the front of the net. Unable to. Brown dishes it out, kept in by Silkup. Or tapped back in by Silkup, I should say. As a Young Americans player taken down, Hernandez. Pardon me, not Hernandez, but Audrey McMahon taken down, entering the zone. And there will be a penalty here. Number 8, Jesse Sang. Pardon me, that's number 6, Taylor Killip. I remember Killip had a great chance just a few minutes ago, splitting the defense, getting through, but now she'll be sitting in the sin bin for a couple of minutes, and the Young Americans will have an opportunity to even this game up. Bloomer, it's an off the wall across for Katzman. Katzman at the point, down to Bloomer. Bloomer at the right face-off dot. Sending this one behind the net for Ondrick. Ondrick back to Bloomer. Bloomer across to Sukup. Sukup back to Ondrick. Ondrick looking for Maloney in front of the net. Her shot is saved by Symington. Back down to Ondrick. Ondrick sending it across for Bloomer. Bloomer gets it back to the point, walking the line there. Back to Bloomer at the right face-off dot. Over to Sukup. Sukup down to Ondrick. Kicks this one towards the front of the net. Unable to get that one to Maloney. And it's going to be sent all the way down as Emma Katzman has to give chase. She's under pressure by Pasqua. Good play there, but coming in from behind appears to be number 12, Taylor Munson. More good work by Amy Potomac, though, picking the pocket there, just pushing it forward. Finally taking the puck away from Ondrick as 55 seconds remain in Killip's penalty. It's kicked back down to Potomac. Potomac with a toe drag gets back to Pasqua. Pasqua with a shot. Blocker save made. Rebound is picked up by number 12, Tiana Lopez. Lopez will lose that puck, and finally Hernandez, Janessa Hernandez, will be able to bring that one out for the Young Americans as they are on the power play here in front of the goaltender. Brush is knocked down, unable to get that play off. Ondrick comes in. Morgan Ondrick from the point, can't get that one through as it hits a couple bodies in front. It's sent right back down by Mackenzie Brown. 10 seconds to go. Killip itching to get back on. The Young Americans are going to break out of the zone here. Janessa Hernandez, that pass intercepted by Perez. Killip coming on hard back onto the ice. It's 5-on-5 once again. Killip with the tip. She wants to get involved in this play here. Janessa Hernandez trying to keep that one away from her. Backs it up to her defensewoman, Sukup. Sukup pinned against the boards. There to help out. There's Killip. Killip tries to get it back to Wong. Wong over to Allen. Allen just sends it to the front of the net. It's wide. Perez giving chase. Wrapping this one around for Killip. Alex Allen with the getting a shot on net. It's tipped just away. Janessa Hernandez picks up off the boards out of her own zone. Alex Allen picks up. A quick change on the fly for the Young Americans as Allen just dips this one in over the glove of number 44, Tiana Smardija. Into the wall here is picked up by Sorkin. Sorkin wraps this one around looking for Sukup. Sukup's going to be cut off the puck by Kiana Matry, pinching hard on that play. I'm going to send it right back around to Janessa Hernandez. They're trying hard to get out of their zone. They're just saying. Getting it back to Pasqua. Pasqua's shot is tipped wide. Sang trying to get it back for Velji in the right corner here, and it gets past Matchy at the point. Back to help her out is Wong and Ondrick on the forecheck. Cameron Wong bobbles that one. Ondrick is going to turn this one over, bringing it into the zone. Turned over once again as Pasqua kicks that one out. Bloomer with a stick check. And a Deke putting on the brakes, walking the blue line, waiting for a little bit of backup. Brett Kellis brings it in deep. Can't find the cross-crease pass that she's looking for. Brett Kellis still with the puck against the half boards. Bloomer moves it to Ondrick. Ondrick. That's a centering pass. That's intercepted, however, by Wong. And Ondrick and Delaney coming together to free that one up, but it's taking it ahead for Brassard. Brassard gets her pocket picked by Maloney. Maloney backing it up to Brett Kellis. Brett Kellis trying to spring Bloomer. That's intercepted by Wong. Wong with a slap shot right on, and the play is offside. Smardija able to make the blocker save regardless. 7 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in this second period. It's a 2-1 game. The Pacific Steelers with the go-ahead marker by Tiana Lopez late in the first period. Tamina Kaler also with a couple of chances on her own. There's Tamina Kaler on the blue line. That appears to be an offside call. And they're going to bring a fresh unit of Chicago Young Americans out. Potomac in the face-off against Morgan Ondrick. Potomac steps up on that one. She's got it driving right, putting on the brakes once again. Back to Allen at the point. Allen just tips it into the open corner. Killip tipping it down to Kaler. Kaler trying to get away from a pair of defensewomen. One of them, Weiss. Bale keeping that one alive. Weiss finally getting in front of that one. And a good play there by Ondrick as well with the stick check. She plays it down for Elena. Pass too hot for her to handle as Allen will control. Down to Kaler. Kaler can't control it. It's at the point. Brett Kellis puts it on. Hits a body in front, sent back. Brett Kellis will dump it in once again, but Elena trying to steal that one. Instead of stealing it, she just dumps it in to give chase. A couple of tired Chicago players going for a quick change as Allen trying to break out the left wing. No one's going to touch that one, and it's going to be an icing call against the Steelers. This will give the Young Americans the opportunity that they were looking for to get the change in. With 6:32 to go in the second period. Couple of taps from Morgan Symington. She hasn't seen a shot in a little while now. So the face-off is one. Brown bounces this one behind the net, looking for Pasqua. Pasqua clears the zone. Chicago's Sorkin sends it right back up to Janessa Hernandez. The referee jumping over that one. Hernandez still with it. Spins, pivots, and sends it in deep, looking for Bloomer. She's going to find Munson. Back down to Bloomer here. Bloomer at the left face-off dot. Trying to put a deke around Perez. Perez able to sniff it out and sends it into an open corner. Sorkin across for Perez in front of the Pacific Steelers bench. They send it into Chicago territory. 6 minutes to go in the second period, pardon me. Against the half boards here. Big scrum. 3 Steelers and 2 Young Americans involved in that one. Everyone trying to fish that one out. The referee, maybe a 4 or 5 count here, deciding that's enough. And we're going to get a face-off to the left of Tiana Smardija. Pasqua set to face off against Morgan Ondrick. Back to Wong. Wong with a slap shot. Cannot get through as Ondrick blocks that one up. Elena almost putting the defenseman there. And Ondrick can't get it to her. But now she's supposed to defense herself. But can't get a decent shot off. Although it was a good move to get through the defense. The Young Americans in control. They send this one in. Dumping it into the open corner where Cameron Wong will chase this one down. It's going to be an icing call against the Young Americans. Probably not what they were looking for in this situation. Young Americans still down by 1. 2-1 is your score. Go ahead marker by Tiana Lopez. Again, to all the hockey players out there, just put it on net. Good things are bound to happen. From the faceoff, the Young Americans control, and they send this one up the right wing. Katzman trying to flip this one up and ahead. She does flip it up, but it's out of bounds. We're going to get a face-off near neutral ice with 5:09 to go in the second period. Fresh unit's going to come on for the Young Americans. Still the second line here for the Pacific Steelers. Sorkin taps this one ahead for Maloney. Maloney, she's the goal scorer for the Young Americans, trying to get another one here. Some good stick work there to get it in deep. It's taken away and sent out to neutral ice. Sukup back down to Brett Callis. Brett Callis up the middle to Maloney again. Maloney is stopped up in a loose puck. Picked up by Brett Callis. She's going to have to be quick with this one. Pivots around. Loose puck in the center of the arena here. Flipped down into the Young Americans territory. That's Munson trying to get away from a woman here, crossing her own blue line. Munson bobbles from the red line and in. Stopped up, but not totally stopped as Brush getting on that one. Also in to help out. Number 14, Kaya Broussard. Broussard trying to get it back to the point. Broussard taking it herself now to the slot, and she's taken down on the play. Rebound picked up by Bale Lum, bounces it off the wall. Sorkin absorbs at the red line, gets that one in, but not very far. It's going to be a quick turnover. A.B. Potomac with a lot of speed coming up the middle. Could have a 3-on-2. She's quick about it. Good defense. Trailing on the play there is Broussard. Rebound. Another shot by Lopez. Two great chances for the Pacific Steelers. 4 minutes to go. Arm is up, and there's going to be a call here against the Young Americans. And right as Symington gets to the bench, she's got to go right on back as another power play here, only the second of the game. It's going to go against Alexa Pretkelis. And with 3:47 to go in the second period, the Steelers have a one-goal lead, and they're going to have a one-player advantage for 2 minutes. Perez out to take this face-off against Ondrek. Perez wins it cleanly back to Wong. Wong, one-toucher back to Wong, down to Perez on the right wing. Perez putting on the brakes back to the point. Wong walking the blue line, getting across to Potomac. Potomac across to Pasqua. Out of Pasqua's reach, collecting the rebound. She gets back to the point, back over to Wong. Wong at the top of the face-off dot. She's got Potomac at the top of the formation. There is Potomac. We're trying to work her way in, looking for a cross-crease pass. And it's tipped up and out of the zone. The Young Americans going to clear this one. Could have a breakaway here. Big chance by McMillan. Save made by Symington. Pardon me, that's Audrey McMahon on the breakaway here. A short-handed break. And we're going to get a penalty shot. Audrey McMahon, short-handed, springing herself on the penalty shot and not taken down from behind. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have here again with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go. The Chicago Young Americans, killing off a penalty, are down by one and now have a penalty shot. Opportunity to tie this game up and coming. Audrey McMahon will take the penalty shot. One-on-one with Morgan Symington. And here we go, McMahon. Entering it on the right side, weaving to the left, deking. Scores! Tie game, short-handed. Audrey McMahon, unable to put on the initial chance, but on the penalty shot, has tied this game up with 3:09 to go. Pretkelis from the box showing her encouragement as well. And what a move by McMahon. The deke, the ankle lift. Outweighting Symington. And again, game all tied up. Face-off won by the Steelers. Steelers trying to get this one ahead for Potomac. That one is tipped wide, but Lopez sends it right back in. Tiana Lopez kicks it to herself, blows a tire, and gets it back for Alex Allen. Allen sending it back deep into the zone, and Sorkin sends this one deep. Remember, the Young Americans still on the power play on this one for at least another minute. 2:45 to go in the second period. Wong leaves it for Potomac. Potomac getting an extra gear, trying to exit her own Ooh, trying to exit her own zone, brush with a stick check there. Allen collects the puck, has to wait for a tap up, gets past the defender, almost gets past Delaney Weiss, unable to, is kept in on Potomac. But now, Ondrick is going to send this one in. Pasqua's got to catch up to her. Ondrick with a slap shot, glove save made. Morgan Symington with the glove save again. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second period. 30 seconds left in Alexa Pretkelis' penalty. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Symington. Perez wins it cleanly for the Steelers. Back to Allen behind the net for Brown. Brown up the right wing. Deanna Kaler chased down from behind by McMahon. She goes down. Weiss also in on a check there. Sokup in on a check. Small scrum above the face-off dot here. The Steelers going to fish this one out. Lopez loses that one to Sokup, and she's got that one between her legs. Now it's freed up, and quick opportunity denied as the pass to Kaler is intercepted. It gets back to the point to Brown. Brown fans on the pass, and it's going to be sent out of the box. Alexa Pretkelis, it's a 2-on-1. She's got McMahon with her, and it just misses her. And now the Steelers going to bring this one right back up the left wing. That's Killup. Taylor Killup knocking a stick out of a defender's hand. Still with it. 1.5 minutes to go in the second period. Centering that one down. Shot on net. Popped up. Rebound collected by Bloomer. The Steelers are going to keep this one active, though. Trying to send it deep for Pasqua. Absorbed by number 10 live for the Steelers. They're going to getting that one down for Pasqua again. Pasqua trying to get it around the net. It's cut off by the defender, number 12, Munson. Pasqua with it once again, trying to look to the point, getting it across for Lai. Lai sending it down, looking for her open woman. It is Lai. Back to the point. Kiana Matry into the open corner. Matry for Lai. That's intercepted by the Young Americans. And Hernandez ahead for Bloomer. Bloomer, it's chipped out of her reach by Allen. Bloomer gets it right back, though, putting on the brakes. Only 30 seconds to go in this first period as Bloomer keeps it deep. And as Pasqua touches up, we are going to have a power play going for the Young Americans. Alex Allen will sit for the last 30 seconds of this second period. Probably longer as well. Face-off won by the Young Americans. They've got control in the Pacific Steelers zone. Hansen with a one-timer across to Bloomer. Bloomer with a shot! Somehow Symington getting in front of that one. Rebound down to Munson. Munson across to Bloomer. Bloomer with a shot, scores! Power play opportunity, and Bloomer with the goal. 2 special teams markers in this one is a short-handed goal. Ties the game up, and the Chicago Young Americans are going to take the lead on Bloomer's power play marker. Remember what we said about the shot clock in the first period. The Pacific Steelers are actually still out shooting the Young Americans 18-17, but what's important is the Young Americans have their first lead of the game. Maloney trying to win that puck battle. It's sent into the Steelers zone, collected right away by Matchy, and that will conclude the second period here. What a second period it was. A breakaway goal, a power play marker, both being scored by the Chicago Young Americans. Number 18, Audrey McMahon with the penalty shot, and Ann Bloomer with the power play marker. Brings us to 3-2. We're going to take one more quick break here. Coming up, the conclusion of this game, the third period. And if those first 2 periods are any indication, you're not going to want to miss this one. Stay tuned.